Modern toothpaste became popular in the early 20th century, knocking out tooth powder. Yes, tooth powder, which was sometimes made out of brick and chalk. And for some reason, we humans just collectively decided that this paste is good enough and we don't have to rethink this weird thing that comes out of a tube all stripy. But what if there was a brand that really wanted to do something about the 20 billion single-use tubes of toothpaste and create an alternative that is all natural, cruelty-free, and doing pretty well sustainably wise? Well, today we are going to be looking at Smyle, the Dutch dental hygiene company that creates these cute little toothpaste tablets that are trying to do something positive. Let's roll the intro. Oh, this is it. We ran out of motion budget or something? Can we at least do some parallax? That's better. So welcome to Brand Review, where I take a look at interesting brands and we go through a whole lot of different elements of their businesses because I'm a brand designer and I love this kind of stuff. In the end, I will also be giving some unsolicited advice to the company because they didn't ask for it. We will go through all these topics. Let's know that this is not a product review nor a sponsored video. Smyle doesn't even know that I exist. And you should totally subscribe because I'm planning to turn these reviews into a series. It's gonna be fun! So as I mentioned earlier, Smyle creates these adorable little toothpaste tablets that help you brush away the plaque in your mouth. They are based out of Amsterdam and sell their product on their website with a few stockists here in Europe and the UK. The whole reason why the brand exists is that they are trying to push plastic out of our bathrooms and put an end to this toothpaste tube madness. I love it that they are super vocal and upfront about this in all their platforms. And considering that there is a long road ahead of them of changing the culture around dental hygiene, it is great to be this straightforward to their customers. Are they alone with this idea though? How about the competition? I am living in Europe, so I would rather not compare them to a big brands such as Bite, but I think I found two good competitors that I can show you that are easily available over here. Let's look at the differences between Smyle and Dentabs first. They are both cruelty-free, natural, sustainable, and climate neutral. Both sell their products at an online store, but Smyle is only available at a few selected shops in the EU, whereas Dentabs you can buy at a lot of EU chain stores. I guess to combat this, Smyle offers free EU shipping. Both have clean and simple visuals and communicate in a very approachable way. Looking at their ads, Smyle is very heavily leaning into using influencers, whereas Dentabs perhaps a tad more product focused. The third competitor? Brick and chalk based tooth powder. It's great because you can make your own. It's probably free and available everywhere, but you might get into some trouble if you start shaving off chunks of bricks from someone else's house. So who are they selling to? One would think that this is a very simple answer. People with teeth. But this is a bit more complex than that. See, this would be a fairly difficult product to introduce, let's say, to my grandma. And not just because she passed away years ago, but also because these little toothpaste tablets are also breaking an over 100-year-long tradition that we humans gotten used to. Squeeze and brush, right? Can you even imagine brushing your teeth in another way right now? With a product like this, they will have to go after the early adopters. This is a tasty little toothpaste mint that might as well just be a mint. So the first time I used it, I really had to fight the urge of not swallowing it all. Of course, this experience has changed after a few days, but now you would understand why it would be a bit harder to sell this idea to my grandma. It involves a big shift in a daily brushing ritual, and that is very difficult to change. Also, when you think about segmentation, we have to go back to where you can actually buy this from. Who would order toothpaste online? I mean, if you do online grocery shopping, then yeah, you drop it into your shopping cart with your veggies. But a whole web shop dedicated just to buy toothpaste sounds like something that these pesky millennials would do. Therefore, Smyle is very clearly targeting young people. A quick glance over the organic context shows a bunch of youth using the product, and the same goes for their paid ads when I'm looking at those in the ad library. This is not a shocker. I think this makes a lot of sense, and if I was in their shoes, that is the audience that I would also go after. Interestingly enough, most of their ads feature women, with a few exceptions here and there, at least at the time of the recording of this video. I will circle back to these thoughts a bit later on. Perhaps this is the most subjective out of all the different elements of this video, so bear with me here. Their visual branding is very non-threatening. And I mean, this is great that a dental hygiene product doesn't scare you away, but to me this also means that it is a bit easy to glance over their content. if you're just scrolling in your feed. And that's no good. They mostly use a combination of a light and deep blue. And if anything that color psychology has taught me, this is just a very safe choice. It represents trust and honesty, so therefore it makes a lot of sense that Smyle is going with this color, considering that it is trying to take care of your teeth. All the original elements, from their logo to their little graphics and icons that they use, are very approachable and friendly. But I think I would love to see a bit more oomph here. On the other hand, I really like that their product and their packaging is not over-designed, and it is just very practical. It ties in really well with their less waste and more functional idea, but for their online presence, those two things shouldn't hold them back to be a bit more experimental. We established that their segment is young people, so not surprisingly they don't talk to like my grandma used to. Instead, they are very casual, friendly, down to earth, and not preachy. And this is important, because with their content they educate a lot, not just on their website, but also on their social media platforms as well. I think that this is a super great idea, because to get to the early adopter segment, who might be interested in this product but want to find out more about it, they just make it super easy for them to learn about the brand and why they should switch over to Smyle from the archaic toothpaste tubes. This actually happened to me as well, because I really liked the whole concept of this product when I first saw it. But before buying, I had some concerns about how it can be sustainable when I'm ordering toothpaste from 800 kilometers away. So this type of fun and educational way of their communication really addresses a lot of these concerns or questions that a new customer might have. These educational pieces are not just on their website or their FAQ, but they have a lot of fun nuggets of info on their Instagram as well. And I think that this is a clear indicator that they really know who they are talking to and how they should be doing it. They keep this conversation ongoing by utilizing fun facts and tips to also keep their existing customers engaged, not just the new ones. I told you about my concern of ordering toothpaste online, right? Finding an answer to this question took me like 2 minutes on their website, so I ordered the product on the spot. Seriously, great job on the communication side. Remember at the beginning of the video I said that I will be giving some advice that no one asked for? Well, here it is. Perhaps Smyle could try to show different use cases for their toothpaste, not just people brushing their teeth in their bathrobes. I know at first this might sound stupid, because you could ask, why would I need to say use cases for brushing my teeth? But when you think about how portable and low-key the product is, it makes a lot more sense. Show more people traveling with the product, or show them being used in different environments. Heck, I even keep some of these on my desk in the office in the cute little aluminium tin. It just works. Show a bigger variety of people. Many different people have teeth, hopefully. And this is a general pet hate of mine, that a lot of brands in this sustainable, ethical, vegan trinity are underutilizing the masculine man in their communication. I understand that your typical beer-chugging football lad might not be as interested in toothpaste tabs as a young woman in their bathrobes, but eventually, these brands have to break the mold and welcome more people into their universe and show them that caring about the planet and the animals is really not that emasculating. And I know, here's a white male complaining about men being left out of something, boo-hoo. But you understand that I'm saying this, that getting these people on board with your product would be better for the planet and not just for my fragile ego. I was very happy to see Smyle's competitor Dentabs having some visuals using all the men in their communication. I think that is super important. Anywho, this is it. If you couldn't tell, I really like this brand. I think they are doing something special here, and this whole friendly education in funny way of their communication is such an effective way to sell this out of the ordinary product that hopefully it will become very much ordinary in the near future. Which is very likely, as the market for these products are valued at $20 million right now, but expected to double by 2026. The big players are also trying to step into this whole marketplace. See Colgate coming out with recyclable toothpaste tubes and actual vegan products, so the race is definitely on. In my humble, unsolicited opinion, Smyle's way of communicating with their audience is definitely the strongest part of their brand. The only thing I could point out here is that their visuals are a bit for me. So for this reason, I give them 4.5 out of 5 molars on my randomly invented scale. So what do you think about a product like Smyle? Would you try out something like this? I think it's super fascinating what they are doing, and you should give it a go. You should also try to subscribe to the channel and maybe comment or like this video, because that would be super nice. Thanks.